Hey world, 9 minutes motivation at 9 a.m. is inspired by me and sponsored by Happy Customers. Happy Customers keeps your customers happy. I'm Deepak here, and my life is beautiful and I stay on top of the world because I work as worship. Feels a different feeling altogether to complete 500 episodes of 9 minutes motivation with so many of you. And today, another historic step to be taken to move first time in the city of Surat to make a difference and conduct that business coaching for an entire day. Last night was a little disturbing night for me. Mm, yes, yesterday was fabulous day, morning till evening, late evening, very beautiful. Then last night I ended up doing something very worthless or something silly, something not required, and because of which I couldn't sleep properly. I had a very disturbed sleep, and when sleep is disturbed, you become cranky, and all this thing happen. Then I realized, which most of us always do it after the whole mess up happens. We keep thinking, I should not have done like that. I should have done like that. And I also went to that stupid guilt trap for a few minutes. And I have my own ways of dealing with the entire thing. And I think for a long, long, long time, I literally slapped myself. When I say slapped myself, I literally physically slapped myself for few minutes that I'm not going to do same thing again, no matter what. No matter what. And usually I need a very good calm sleep before I travel, especially by flights. I have this something called claustrophobia, where I'm a little panic when it is closed spaces. So flight, it happens to me a lot. Few of you have witnessed it. When I deal with it, I face it, I go through the entire thing. But if I have a nice sleep before the flying and good rest, it doesn't bother me so. So I knew that it's going to bother me. Then why I did it? And almost for 30, 45 minutes, a tremendous amount of churning. No, I was scolding myself mentally. I was very upset with me, very disturbed with me, and I literally slapped myself few times here and there. And then I then I went to sleep, and sleep happened, and then morning I woke up, and now I'm there with all of you. Why I'm discussing this with you? Something so personal about my life to all of you. Want to make you know that we all are moral human beings. Sorry, mortal human beings, and we make mistakes. Even if so many people look up to me, respect me, they think I am somebody. Still, I also make some stupid, silly mistakes. That is one part, so that you can realize and you can also relate. Okay, even Deepak also has those one-off days or one of those times when he also does something very stupid, silly, which he think he should not be doing in his life. So first, to make all of you believe that, or make all of you not believe, to make all of you relate with me, I'm also no susceptible to all these things, vulnerable to few things and few distractions or temptations in my life. Number two, it's been almost 18 years in Bangalore working with people. I would have met thousands and thousands of people in last these years. Now, in thousands and thousands of people, maybe 10 or 12 people I would have met who were actually disturbed by themselves or with themselves. They're disappointed with themselves. I have met thousands of people in last 18 years across the state, across the country, and every time people have some complaint. This is not okay about these people. That is not okay about that person. The world is like that. Traffic is like that. Government is like that, and they have complaints and they're bothered and they're disturbed because of external things which happens around their lives. And a lot of times nothing is in their control. What do you do with the government? What do you do with the corruption system? What do you do with the traffic problems? What do you with the water problem, light problem, electricity problem? You have no control over it. But I was wondering last night after that, how much upset I was with myself, how much disappointed I was with myself. And that upset, that disappointment really made me churn. So much emotional, mental churning happened last night. And after that churning, I think some very strong decision came out of me, and I'm going to live by it for a lifetime. Now, my question to all of you is, do you get upset with yourself? Your non performance, your mediocrity, you being ordinary? Does it bother you? Does it disturbs you? Do you go through this mental, emotional churning? What the hell I am doing with the potential that I have? Leopard, everybody is saying that you are having a great potential, you are very intelligent, and you're blah and blah. Not even saying that. So many of us, we must be having our own expectation from ourselves, right? Does it bother to us? Because still there is no churning that will happen inside of yours, mental churning, emotional churning, and you're not feeling comfortable in your own body. And I think that is where transformation happens, because transformation is inside out. What happens from outside in is information. Now, information doesn't work. It goes and sits in some place in the memory. But when this churning happens, manthan, when the manthan happens, the churning happens, that is where all those positive things comes out, negative things comes out. So all those navratnas that came out of the churning, along with all the poison, which eventually Shiva consumed and kept into his neck. So he was named Nilkantam. But so many beautiful things came only after churning. So do you have those churning moments? It may not be every day, but it must be once in a while that churning has to happen internally. And that churning doesn't disturb you, bother you, upset you. And this churning is not because something happened outside. Churning is because something you are not able to do it. Something that you were expecting you should be able to do that. Or rather that, why is it we have expectation from everybody in the world, and why don't we have expectation from our own self? Does it bother you? You want the best. When it comes to the world, you want the best to come from the world. But is it same thing applicable for you also? Do you also want to be best, want to give the best, and if you are not, and if you're not able to give it, does it bother you? Does it upset you? Do you get disappointed with yourself, your own performances, your own behaviors, your own thought processes, your own emotional domains? Does it bother you? If not, guys, then you will always remain disappointed with the world. And when you're disappointed with the world, you'll remain always miserable. Always miserable. And when you become disappointed, disturbed, upset with your own self, pertaining to your performance, pertaining to your thought process, pertaining to your behaviors, pertaining to your past life, pertaining to your present life, pertaining to your future, if it doesn't bother you, I'm telling you, outside world will keep you miserable. But inside world, because there is no churning happening to you now and then or once in a while, it also will make you stay very, very mediocre person. Neither success will come nor happiness will come. Disappointed with the world, bothered by the world will make you unhappy, miserable. And not getting disappointed with yourself, bothered with yourself, upset with yourself will not allow you to become successful. You'll remain mediocre. I think once in a while, the churning has to happen. It has to hit you directly. Not sometime here, sometime it has to directly hit here. And I'm going through my own churning since last night. I think those churnings are very, very important, provided you have a lot of respect for yourself and you expect a lot from yourself. If yes, then sometime it will happen, and the day it will happen, you will be transformed into a better human being, bigger human being. For that to happen, let's wait for that time. With this belief, let's start the day here. Here we go together. I believe I can. I believe I am. I believe I can. So guys, go, set, and grow. Go